Welcome, and thanks for joining us. In this video, we will focus on CFUs, or Check for Understandings, and specifically learn all about Zoom polls. After watching this video, you will be able to create and launch a Zoom poll to check students' understanding, and you will be able to use the poll results to impact your instructional next steps. At Girls Who Code, we often do Check for Understandings, or CFUs, throughout our lesson to see how our students are doing with the content you're teaching. In this video, we'll discuss how to use Zoom polls for a CFU. First, make sure you're signed into your Okta account and launch Zoom. If you are unsure how to get to Okta, please refer to our How to Utilize Okta tutorial. Now, let's see how to create a poll before class begins. You might do this during your teaching team meeting when you decide where in the slides there are opportunities to check for understanding. As the owner of the Zoom link, the instructor should be the one to create the poll. After you create a meeting, scroll to the bottom of the page and click on Create Poll. You may want to title the poll with the date that you'll be using it because in a recurring meeting, the poll will appear each day. Another option is to go back and delete or deactivate that day's poll after class ends. So let's say you want to title your poll June 17 CFU 1. You can add a deck note to your slides with this poll name as well so you know which poll to launch. Okay, now that we've got our poll named, we can name the question. This will be the question that students see when you launch the poll. For our example, let's try something you'll cover on the first day of SIP. Which of the following are common HTML tags? We can choose whether we want the poll to be single choice with just one correct answer or multiple choice. Since this question has multiple correct answers, I'll pick multiple choice. For my answers, I'll add in two common HTML tags, p tag and title tag. For the incorrect answer choice, I'll put image. Great! If you want to add more questions to a poll, you can click here. Otherwise, click Save and you're all done pre-creating this poll. You might want to create a few different polls to use as Check for Understandings on that day of class, so you can click on the blue Create button and repeat this process for your next CFU. Now that we've seen how to pre-create a poll, let's go over how to launch the poll during class on Zoom. When it's time for the CFU, find the Polls button here next to the green Share Screen button. When you open up the Polls feature, you can select which poll you'd like to launch from this drop-down bar and then launch it. If you want to make any changes to your poll before launching it, or if you want to add in a new question, you can click this Edit button down in the corner here and Zoom will open up in your internet browser. When you launch your poll, you'll be able to see a timer of how long students have had to respond, how many have answered, and what answers are getting picked. Give students some time to respond, maybe 30 to 60 seconds depending on the question, and then you can end the poll. After ending the poll, you can share results with everyone in the meeting if you'd like to. This won't show who answered what, but it will show how many people selected each answer. You might choose not to share the results with students, but you can use the information you see to decide whether you would like to continue to review a topic or move on to the next part of the lesson. Okay, so now we know how to pre-create a Zoom poll and how to launch that poll during class. But what if you decide during class that students would benefit from a Zoom poll CFU? Good news, you can create a poll during a meeting. Just keep in mind that you'll only be able to do this in scheduled meetings. To create a poll on the fly, go back to the Polls button in the menu bar. Since you haven't pre-created a poll, you'll see this blue Create button. When you click on that, the Zoom website will open in your internet browser and you can create your poll. As soon as you save your poll, it should appear in the meeting right away. So now you know how to create and launch a Zoom poll to check students' understanding, and you can use the poll results to impact your instructional next steps. Thanks for watching, and please reach out to Girls Who Code if you have any follow-up questions.